Hello everybody and welcome to Time Traveler's Coin Exchange. Today we are going to be going through a roll of Mint Cello 1961 proof Lincoln Memorial cents. We got these off of eBay. Came in a Ziploc bag and a flat rate envelope. This bag of proofs came from Tennessee. We got them off of eBay. And we're going to be going through them, trying to see if we can find any beautiful high-grade coins. Get these out of the bag so that we can make sure we look at all of them. And pretty much we're going to look and see if we can find any really high-grade ones. We're going to look and see if we can find any beautiful toned coins. Have also been having a lot of questions regarding eBay listings and how do I add videos to my eBay listing. A lot of people think it's a good idea. I sure did. We're trying to bring coin collecting into the future with YouTube and eBay. That's one of the goals here at Time Traveler's Coin Exchange, is just bring this hobby into the future. Hey P. Gutter, welcome. We are looking through a roll of 1961 proof Lincoln Memorial cents, trying to see if we can find any beautiful ones. I was able to take 12 photos for the eBay listing that I will make after this video, and all 12 of them that I took a picture of the front, they all looked bright and happy. No toned coins that I saw, but we will just have to look through them all, see if we can find out. So people have been asking me like, hey, I want to make videos like this on eBay myself. And so I figured I was trying to message back with people back and forth, like, how do you do this? And due to restrictions and stuff, it's kind of hard to, send links and stuff to different websites to use. But the basic idea is, I've got a computer, I've got a webcam, I've got a light, I've got a microscope. If you're just trying to take a video of your coin, the easiest, you can use an external camera, but I would say if you have a USB microscope, that would be the way to go. If you're wanting to make videos that are already formatted for the web and ready to go, I recommend OBS Studios. Just open up OBS. It's free. You can download it. OBS Studios. Open Broadcasting Studios. It's free. It's if you go on YouTube, there's tutorials of how to use it. But just make your microscope your video source and hit the start recording, hit the stop recording, boom, you've got a video. So that is step one. Step two, I'm going to put it here in the chat, is ISDNTEK, so that with a .com, or if you search that word and the words YouTube converter, basically what that is it's a converter that converts the HTML. So you would post your video that you made on YouTube, because you're going to use YouTube as your host. So if you want to make videos like this and put it in your eBay listing. Nice. Some silver looking 1941s, those sound beautiful. I don't see many of them that are silver unless they're plated with something. Sometimes things are plated with things. But so if you're going to use, if you're you're going to need to have a host for your video so that your video is online. eBay does not host videos. I find YouTube is an awesome place to host videos because it's a place that wants videos. You don't have to pay to put your videos up. And so once you post your video, just upload it onto your YouTube account. And once it's uploaded, it will have a web address, and that's the HTML address. Copy that, and if you go to the ISDNTEK converter, it's just like a web browser, and you just copy and paste the HTML into it. And then you hit convert, and the screen scrolls down, and then you just copy the new code that it gives you. Then you go to your eBay listing, and you go to the description area, and where you would write your listing, at the top of the tab there is a part that says HTML. You switch over to the HTML, you go down below or wherever you'd like your video to show up, and you hit paste. And boom, when you go back to if you click back on the normal description tab, you should see a preview of your video right there. Then, list your item if you're wanting to cross things back and forth. Pretty much just copy paste the eBay listing item number or the web link, the HTML at the top of the browser, and paste it in the description below your video, and you can direct people to whatever you're selling on eBay. You can do this with coins, you can do this with anything you want. And so I hope this answers a bunch of your guys' questions, because I was just having a lot of people saying, hey, I really like this, I want to do this. And I know that it is not quite as simple as all of this. There's a lot of trial and error. Just because you're good at making eBay listings doesn't mean that you'll naturally be good at doing all the YouTube stuff. But at the same time, if you're good at YouTube stuff, eBay, it's not that hard these days to make a listing. And I definitely feel like the way that pictures were worth 1,000 words, I feel like videos are worth 1,000 pictures. You can see a coin at all different angles. It's, really difficult to buy coins sight unseen online. It's always taking a chance, it's always taking a gamble, but when you can see things from different lights, different angles, it really gives you a little bit more information of what you're purchasing. I'm trying to think of anything else. I guess I will try to cover a couple of the guidelines. This one's got a little bit of a green hue to the side, but not necessarily, it's toned, but I don't think it's going to show up. A few things that you need to be aware of when putting videos in your eBay listings is you do not want to basically be directing people to another place for someone to purchase an item. That's against eBay rules. So you're not trying to direct them. You're trying to add the video for informational purposes so that they can have a better idea of what they're purchasing. You obviously do not want to direct them towards content that would violate eBay's terms either. And you don't want to direct them towards somebody else's eBay store or eBay items just because it's against the terms. And so if you have any questions, I would definitely Google, what am I allowed to do? What kind of video formats. Basically, a couple of years ago, I used to do all videos, and then they banned video format because people were putting malicious links and stuff in there. So no malicious links, that'll get you banned. But when they came back around, I was pretty excited. But everything has to be converted into an HTML5 format, and this is the reasoning why you need the isdntek.com converter. It's super easy to do. It only takes a second. By the time, once you have everything up and running, you basically do it in your sleep. You don't even realize you're doing it anymore. It's just a copy paste. Really easy to do. How are you doing this morning, P. Gutter? Sorry, I just wanted to get that spiel out because I've been having just a dozen questions from people on eBay saying, hey, I want to do this. How do I do this? So I hope having that in the video will help people who have stuff and want to be able to show it off better. I'm always happy to share any information I know. I'm not one of those people that finds out the secret to the universe and then hoards it. I feel like the more people that have more knowledge, the better it is for everybody. Most of these look pretty nice. This one's got some spots on it. Not everyone can be perfect. And not every coin either. I'm definitely not perfect. I'm not a Mint State 70 kind of guy. Try to be kind, try to be my best. Just keep on flipping through these. Maybe we will find what we're looking for. So I won this this Mint Cello roll off of eBay, and this one came from the state of Tennessee. And so if you guys are ever bidding on rolls of Mint Cellos on eBay, I've seen this person sell them a couple times. This is just kind of, you know, an example of what they can look like. I think I've done about 10 rolls by this seller now. They're pretty consistent. Some have been better than others. I had one that had like 15 toned coins in it, and they were just beautiful. That was definitely my favorite roll, and some of them, the coins are all brighter and happier. Some have more spots. It is a gamble, it is a crapshoot, but I enjoy it. Hey, Les Likes Coins, welcome. Are you going through that 5 kilogram bag of world coins yet? Find anything cool? This one is not wanting to show up on the camera too well. It's just all bright. Hey Les, good morning, welcome. We're just getting started. We're maybe 10 coins into the roll. At the beginning of the video, beginning of the stream, I tried to explain just kind of how to make videos and put them on eBay and stuff. Okay, we got a toned one. I'm not sure how well it's an interesting toning. It's got kind of like a blue hue around the edge. You can actually see where the tone separates on the right side there, pretty much from 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock. I don't think we're gonna get the color, and it's super, super bright, but it definitely is there. It'll probably get better. Looks like it goes to about 10 o'clock to about 6 o'clock, so almost all the way around. And it looks like the rim itself is almost all blue. On the reverse, it's got like kind of that lighter blue up at the top here. That states it's a little bit darker color, almost more of a pinky color. It seems like it gets darker fast towards the edge there. And I'm not going to quite be able to capture it, but you can actually see some of the toning. The edges of the coin are almost kind of like a silver-like color with like just like the faint blue hint to it. A few interesting finds, cool. One of the things that I was thinking about after you're talking about the world coins is like when I was a lot younger, when I was like 4 or 5, I feel like world coins were some of the first. Like after like trying to put together a Whitman penny folder, I'd go to like the antique store as a kid, and it was just like, it was like a barn, like a giant barn with like tons of different like little carved out rooms and stuff in it. Kind of like a flea market, but with nobody there. And so I'd go into all the different little rooms that there were and try to see if I could find coins. And occasionally, like, I would find like a box of coins and stuff. And I'd go through and look for world coins. And I was trying to collect one of each, so I'd just be going through these bins of coins, kind of like, I don't know if they were considered junk, but I'd go through them. And when I was looking through some stuff the other day, I found like my old piggy bank from when I was a kid, and it has like just a bunch of world coins in it. And so I was thinking about maybe making a video going down memory lane and you know, coin collecting 35 plus years ago and coin collecting today, and just kind of like look at where I was and where I've come. I have no idea what's in there either. I mean, everything. So I would have purchased them in the early 80s. And I think usually when a coin looked like it might be silver, or gold, I feel like coins that had like a silver or gold like look to them, those were the ones that would like be like, oh, they could be silver, they could be gold. And so I think those are the ones that I want to look at this one. It's been staring at me. Where'd it go? Oh, yes. Yeah, so these all still have their little mint token in them, except for this one, which has most of its mint token in it. And I keep seeing this one. I'm like, what's going on with that? But yeah, I haven't actually gotten to touch one of these before. So it feels kind of like a piece of aluminum. I'm not sure what they're actually made out of. I mean, it's got like a paper back, and it definitely seems like it's metal. Very thin. I wonder if that's as flexible as a super small thin gold coin. Hey, Nighttime Wanderers, welcome. Welcome, welcome. We're just checking out this roll of Mint Cellos here. And so I might do a video of just going through my childhood piggy bank and look through the world coins on there and see what a 4 or 5 year old would have enjoyed finding. And some of them I think I might have inherited, or like just, you know, like old coins from around the house. Some of them I might have picked up on like trips to different countries and stuff as a kid. Some things might be a little bit older than 4 or 5. Welcome, She Digs. Nice to have you here. Welcome, guys. And so I think maybe this weekend I'll do a video of that. It's just in a old piggy bank, and just go down memory lane and see what used to be fun. It's amazing how things change, but I guess one thing that hasn't changed is pennies are still my favorite coins. Looks like we have a good group of people in here today. I know all of you guys. Welcome to the channel, everyone. Hopefully I will find a beautifully toned 1961 proof for you guys. Or just a coin that just looks absolutely perfect. This one's pretty bright. It's got kind of like a gold, like a golden color. Couple little tiny carbon spots on it. Tiny compared to the ones that we found on some of these. Some of these have had just like, not today, or there's a little bit bigger one, but some of them have had like a carbon spot of death, just like the black spot. If a coin could get a deadly disease, it would definitely be the black spot. I really love your metal detecting videos, She Digs. They're really awesome. Like, I love the adventures, I love the scenery, the music, the editing, just thoroughly impressive, professional, and they have heart to them too. Like, you nailed everything in your videos. Like, really enjoy them. I call them wheat pennies. They're all technically cents. The way that I figure it, almost looks like it has something extra on the edge there. The way I figure it is like, and like when people talk, they talk about pennies as pennies. When we purchase things with them, we use the word cent. And that's just, you know, I know people argue they're pennies, they're cents, but you know, what people call them in everyday language, is that what they are, or what a book tells us, or what someone tells us? When I buy something in the store, it's 99 cents. When I, I don't go to the cashier and say, like, this was $1.99. So it's, I don't know, it's interesting. I say, call them what you want them. If someone understands what you're saying, you're doing right. Hey, Siren Silverstash, welcome. Welcome, guys. We're just getting started here. At the beginning of the video, I tried to do an explanation of just how to, people were saying, hey, I really like the videos that you do on eBay of the coins, and how do I do this? And so I tried to make a video, tried to explain just the simple basics of how everything happens. So if you guys missed that, and you guys are wanting to put videos on eBay, or it looks like it's already scrolled by. But at the top of the chat, I put this one, by the way, has toning on it, but it is not showing up as well. It's kind of got that like oily sheen washing machine kind of like tie-dyed kind of bright color, but it's not going to show up. Very, very sad. This is probably the prettiest one, and it just looks like a red-brown proof to me. Yeah, it's like pouring rain here in Northern California at the moment, and it's like I saw when She Digs came in here, I was remembering all of her metal detecting videos, which makes me want to break out my metal detector, and I live pretty much like pretty close to a dock where the bay here was like the first bay that was found after the San Francisco Bay. So when the gold rush was going on, all the boats would come in at the docks here, and all the gold would go in and out. All the supplies would go in and out, unless they were like inland coming up like the I-5. And so just like an old fishing village, and it's absolutely beautiful here in the redwoods. But I always dream that like, you know, somebody came and was waiting for the ship to come in, and they like hid all their gold up in the woods up here, and that I'll find it someday. And so I've been doing a bunch of clearing on the property here and just getting everything kind of ground level so that I can go out with my metal detector and just really do a thorough job. But I've got over an acre out here, so it'll definitely take a little while to cover, but I'm gonna grid it all out. I don't know, if there's gold on my property, I want to find it. Hey, Loveth Family TV, welcome. All good people. If you guys don't know each other, feel free to reach out. I recognize all of your guys' names. I've seen you guys all before. Good to have you guys here. Little spot down at the bottom there. None of these are perfect, but I would say probably most of these coins would grade out at like a proof 64 to a proof 66. We may have seen one proof 67. I'm pretty much looking for things that are like proof 68 or higher here. I'm up in Humboldt County. You know, it's pretty, and I'm pretty far north in Humboldt County. It's absolutely beautiful up in the redwoods up here. It kind of like the coastline here kind of reminds me of Ireland. Just beautiful large rock outcrops in the water, and it's very cold. Actually, I would say Ireland, it might actually be warmer swimming. This one's got a little toning on the back, but I don't think it's going to show up about from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock or 11 o'clock. It's got kind of, it's just got a two-tone to it, the color. And I do apologize, my camera magically makes tones disappear. So unless the coin is like outrageous, it disappears. Yeah, She Digs videos are awesome. Like, I don't know what kind of, I don't know if you do those all yourself, but like really high production. Like I give it a 10. I'd rather watch your show than like any of the television shows like Travel or like Treasure Seeking. Like, you do a better job, and you don't just fill it in with a bunch of, you know, whatever TV does to make something a full episode. Like, it's like everything has value in it. It's like there's nothing, there's no filler. It's just beautiful videos. Yeah, it's like, or like one interesting thing is if you go back to like say the flying eagle right above my head, like 1857 there. It's part nickel, and when they were first made, they were nicknamed nickels, because they put nickel in it, because whoever decided that, oh yeah, we need to switch from a large cent to a small cent, they also owned a nickel mine, and convinced them to add nickel to it, and that's what gives it kind of the lighter color. But the first nickel was actually a penny, and I always thought that was interesting. This one's got a little bit of toning on the back, but it's just kind of like this light blue silver, pretty much just from about 6 o'clock to 3 o'clock. And it doesn't show up. You can see that there's a difference in the color at like an angle like this, like it stops right above the cent. I'm hoping that these will all just continue to change color like that. I really enjoy the way these early memorial proofs tone. Someday maybe I'll open a roll with them all with bullseyes, and it will be awesome. How is Monterey today? I'm not sure if I've been to Monterey before. I know I've heard of it. I moved to California about 20 years ago, and I came up north here, and I've pretty much never left. You know, I've gone cross country a couple times, but I just feel happy at home in the woods here. The redwoods are just absolutely beautiful. It just feels like a magical home. I should really get out more. So when I was younger, I made it down to LA, and it was when it was still well, maybe it still is totally gray and smoggy. But when I went to LA, it was just like, it was like clouds in between the buildings. Like the air was so bad, I did not enjoy it. I did enjoy going to Disneyland. So all the what looks like scrapes and scratches on all these, it's actually just it's on the Mint Cello. It's just, you know, the layer of the Mint Cello protecting it. And like I was saying earlier, these all still have their mint token, which is kind of cool, but most of them from the seller, they've all been chopped into, and about half of the tokens have actually gotten damage on them. I won one package of Mint Cellos this week, and I thought it was like a 1959 through 1964, like 50 of each state. But after I won it, I realized that it was like all mixed dates and more towards the latter. And I was going to break it up in just groups of cellos, but I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that video later this week. I don't know if I will kind of go through it and just separate the dates, or if maybe I'll do like a special weekend episode where it's like 4 hours long, which would be about as long as it'll take to cover 200 coins, amazingly or not. I thought these videos, when I first started making them, would be super short, and then I was like, wow, it takes me a minute to handle every coin and talk about it. So, like the Mint Cellos, they're kind of older, they've got a little bit of yellow to them, but they're just, because they're older, kind of, if you have older plastic, just the way it ages, and that's what makes, you see all the reflections on here. Normally when I'm doing like a PCGS video, it doesn't reflect at like a different light on a bunch of angles, but yeah, the plastic is not flat. I think in around I'm trying to think, around maybe 85, I feel like the Mint Cellos, they became more rigid. They started using a different kind of plastic or a thicker one, and those ones lay flat. They're much easier to make videos like this of. This is one of the challenges I wasn't expecting when making these videos, was just that pretty much no matter what angle I have the coin on, there's going to be a shine. And so I do apologize. I try to set things up so that there will be a minimal glare, but it definitely happens. And so like all these like little scratches and stuff, like those are on the cello. Like if I move the coin, like they'll move around a little bit in there. Pretty much everything should disappear. It's taken me like, so like see the line down here. Let's see if that moves. No, actually that one looks like it's on the coin. Sometimes if the coins are actually pressed up hard against each other, they can actually get damaged through the cello. But 99 times out of 100, it's just on the cello and it'll move. That's okay. Welcome. You're welcome to watch, listen, lurk, whatever pleases you. This one just has like just a beautiful, beautiful color to it. I wouldn't call it toning, just some of the mixtures of alloys for these early years. It seems like I don't know, I worked with bronze in college a lot, and just depending on what you add to the mix, the metal will come out a different color. And that's what I feel like happened, but I wasn't here 60 years ago when these coins were made. Not quite that old yet. And so I don't know what these looked like if when these coins were released, if they all had beautiful pastel colors to them, or some of them per se. I mean, some of the ones I've been pulling out of these rolls, they're just bright white. They look like a steel cent almost, but even whiter, if that's possible. It's beautiful there in Monterey. Is it raining there today? It's raining up here. Hey, Edwin Vasquez, welcome. Welcome, welcome to the channel. And for the most part, the damage that we're looking for on these coins is like in the fields, you know, kind of like spotting and the big black spots. And if there's any of just that hairy green environmental damage, like it's been sitting in the ground. Some of these mint cellos I get, and they look like they were dropped in the mud, and the mud was just allowed to dry on them. I call them mud pennies. I really hope they were mud pennies. Really, really hope so. Yep, this is a roll of 50 1961 Lincoln Memorial proofs. We got these off of eBay from the state of Tennessee, and we're just looking through them, seeing if we can find anything above a 67. I've bought quite a few rolls. I think that pretty much everything is like 64 to 66, but this one's got really nice bright fields. Like I can't even like put the light to it without it just shining up everything. So we've been trying to buy as many of these as possible. Yes, they made millions for this year. Yes, they are, you know, not super rare, but I really enjoy the high grade coins from the 50s and 60s in proof. I mean, I enjoy high grade coins from any year, but these are still somewhat affordable. I think they will stay somewhat affordable for some time, but I think the higher and higher grades are going to get pulled out. It is possible to find ones like this, but it's not likely. Usually if somebody sees like a coin that looks like this in their pocket change, they're like, wow, that's the prettiest penny I've ever seen. Just because they'll be so much more reflective and bright. Looks like that dot on the top has a shadow, so that one's not there. This one looks pretty nice. How big will the spot on the back be, right? This one's got a little bit of different colors changing on the reverse. The center almost has a metallic kind of look at angles, and the edge has kind of an oranger rim. Yeah, these ones were not meant for circulation. These ones were meant to be in special sets. These ones you can still, you know, you can pick up you can pick up like an example of one of these for a couple bucks on eBay if you buy one. If you buy them in bulk, you can oftentimes get them for a lot cheaper. And then you can go through looking for really, really, really nice ones. Well, that Y kind of looks distorted. I know that there are some double dies where, I just want to see this Y from, it might just be my microscope, but that Y, the right branch on it looks way longer and skinnier, like it's been pulled out. I know that there's a couple double dies like that where the Y is like really long like that. Maybe it's just my angle, but let's turn it upside down the other way, see if the other one becomes longer. No? I'm gonna have to look at that. I know it doesn't look like anything big, but I think it's called distended or distorted hub doubling, and it's a form of double die. Like those branches do not look even on the Y. One looks like way shorter to me. And I wish I knew what the rest of that. So I've just been watching a bunch of like coin stuff, and I don't remember seeing that double die in the book. I was just, if you guys are ever interested, he's got a channel on YouTube here, Copper Coins, but looking through Lincoln Cents. He wrote a book, and it's got a lot of information on it. He's got a website too, coppercoins.com, and he's a really great guy. He'll answer questions if you have questions, but like he knows everything. He knows like every air variety, and he'll say he doesn't, but he does. Like he so does. Hey, Jennifer Winterburn, welcome. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up on chat here. Here, I'll throw a penny out in front of you guys so you can see. Let's just try and small date, large date on this 61. It's possible. I think that's the 1960. Yeah, the one side really did look pushed out. Here, let's look at the next one, because maybe it's just, I don't know, this one looks like it too. This one looks like it even more. This is a different one. Maybe it is just the way my microscope is. I mean, it's possible that there's more than one, but we'll keep an eye on the Y's there. I'm not trying to, I feel like for 1961, the main thing that I was looking for is like doubling here, kind of at the bottom of the E and the O. I feel like, and at the bottom of the U and N, I feel like that is one that I was reading about in Chuck's book. And I feel like when I went to coppercoins.com and Variety Vesta, I feel like I was seeing different errors that mainly it's doubling on the bottoms of these for 1961. Hey Shannon McCord, welcome. Welcome to the channel. We're taking a look through a roll of 1961. Yeah, I think it might be my camera. This one doesn't look as long and stretched. I don't know, the date looks kind of thick on this one. All the lettering looks a little bit thicker, just after looking at the last ones. The other problem is looking through a microscope camera all day long, everything starts to look like a double die. That's usually when I know it's time to take a break. When everything starts to look like a rare coin, I'm just like, oh gosh. Hey Super Silverman, did I miss you? Welcome. Is it possible it might be a double date on this year? I don't think that the 1961 had a double date. This one's got toning and it's not going to show. I know it. It's got some red and orange. Let's see. The coin itself is kind of a yellower color. Is that a hair? No, it's just almost like that'll wipe off. Almost looks like there was a little bit of moisture in there, and you can see kind of where it ended up pooling. But there's like an orangeness on the rim. The coin itself is like almost yellow. Welcome, Silver Banky. Welcome to the channel, everybody. It's good to have a community in here today. It seems like we've been growing, and it's really nice to have people to talk to go through these. And hopefully I will be able to share some tiny little bits of knowledge with you guys. I am not perfect. Let's see, there is some toning on the reverse here, but it doesn't really want to show. There's like kind of an orangey red along the rim from United to States. I feel like I can see it's kind of the traditional, like the Mint Cellos, a lot of them, especially from like the wheat cents for the proof years, they get kind of this orangey redness around the rim, which can be really pretty. And I feel like it usually shows that it's, you know, genuine toning, that it hasn't been artificially done. But there are some other colors in the side of the memorial. It's got kind of some orange, but just a really bright yellow coin. Hey, welcome the Switch Warrior. Yes, 10 likes. I think we got 10 yesterday. Like, we are a tie for yesterday. It seems like every day I've done streams this month. I just started streaming on the 1st. I used to stream video games for a year, but then I was just making videos for eBay, and then I was like, I should just stream, meet some people, have some fun, maybe learn a thing or two. It's like I have to do all this for work anyway, and it's way more fun having it be social, because otherwise I sit here for like 12 hours a day just working. That's been one of my favorite things of making videos on YouTube, is when I finally, like, I had tunnel vision. I was just like, I will make 1,000 videos, and boy did I. I made like 2,800 videos for YouTube, and then I couldn't work anymore. I don't think I was feeling well, and I started exploring and seeing what other people were doing and visiting other channels, and behold, a beautiful, wonderful community of awesome people. And I have not regretted going to a single person's channel. I feel like I learned something new, I meet someone new, I get exposed to different ideas and different things that I didn't even know about. It's really cool. It's amazing how we can share tiny parts of our lives through videos and photos, and just how quickly and easily information can be transmitted these days. Like, you know, with just the touch of a couple fingertips, you can learn something that you couldn't learn 20 years ago. I mean, even 10 years ago, like technology and the ability to learn. This one has blue toning on the edge, but I, of course, can't get it to show. If you guys have toned coins you need to disappear, my camera, it's the camera for you. It makes everything look copper. Welcome, John Avoof. Hey, long time no see. Hey, Lyra, Makeup, and Tara, welcome. I hope I didn't miss anybody. You guys are talking it up. Hey, John, have you not been on? I haven't got any notifications for you. I had your notifications on. I used to enjoy jamming out to you. I used to wake up listening to your music, drinking some coffee. I just realized I haven't had any oof with my coffee. This one's got pastel toning on it, but once again, I don't think it's going to show up. It's just like 3-4 different colors. Very pretty. I know that the Mint Cello on it is very distracting with all those ripples and lines on the plastic. It'll be so interesting to see when I'm finally finally ready to get all these graded, or the best of the best graded, how different they will look in a PCGS slab than like kind of this 60-year-old plastic. Yeah, I will have to search your name, and if it went off of my subscription list or something, I'll have to resubscribe, because I definitely enjoyed watching you. Sometimes I wonder, sometimes I feel like they'll almost show up on here. I can't even get it to focus, so. It's like over here, over there. I know, that's the one thing that's like driving me crazy about YouTube, is that I will find a channel, I'll like it a lot, I'll watch it a bunch, and I'll be getting notifications for it, and then all of a sudden I'll be like, wow, they haven't been live in like a couple days. This one's really bright and beautiful. And the second question is always, how big is the black spot on the back? There it is. It's not huge, but if you look at the O. But yeah, and then all of a sudden it's like you notice you haven't seen them, and I'm like, oh, where'd they go? And sometimes people drop off of YouTube. Like I know when I was doing my video games, like I was like doing like 60-hour weeks with a schedule and playing and playing and playing, and it became work. And one day I played hooky, and then I played hooky again, and I was just like, I can't go back. Like I used to love playing video games, and now it's work. Oh yeah, I absolutely. If you like wheat pennies, I've probably got about 1,000 videos up of wheat pennies. I did do some rolls of Mint Cellos for 1957 and 1958, but every other wheat penny that I have a video of, they're PCGS graded. So not only will you be able to see the coin, but you'll know what professional third-party grader graded it as. I did look at the one that fell out of the cello. I popped it back in, I think. Or did I? Yeah, no, I did. I think that was Sunday morning. I think I did that roll. I think I popped it back in, and then when I was doing the video, it jumped out again. Like I picked it up and I went to kind of tap it like that, and the coin fell out. It was actually it was a fairly nice one too. Yeah, and I broke my videos into playlists. There's a master playlist that has like over 2,800 coin videos on it. But then I also broke things down into grades. This one's got some nice toning on it. Will it show up? I broke everything down into different grades. So if you're wanting to look at, proof 67 coins, proof 68 coins, you can just find the playlist that says proof 67, proof 68. If you want to look at just Lincoln cents, or just wheat cents, there's one for that. There's one for large cents, Indian head cents, flying eagle cents. I think I still need to make a playlist for like colonial coins. I did a few colonial coins from like the Connecticut and Massachusetts colonies. Really, those videos are like videos of graded pieces of hunks of metal. They're kind of hilarious. That is a good question. I was so worried about getting it back in the plastic without damaging it or touching it that I didn't. It did seem, I do feel like it seemed more clean. It did seem more shiny. The fields did look nicer. And I don't know, like the difference between like doing video for games and stuff and this is like, I feel like when I was doing video games, I couldn't talk to anyone because as soon as I'd look over to answer a question, game over. Like, and it was like, maybe I could have picked the games that you could like, stop and like, have a bite of food while playing the game. but everything, like I enjoyed fast-paced games with lots of clicking. But yeah, just it became work, and so I haven't played a video game in like 6 months. Like pretty much since I started making these videos, like I've just been making videos. I like did yard work and made videos and went to the beach all summer. That's all I did. And it has been awesome for my eBay store. Like I would say like my sales went up like 10 times what they were. My sales were just going down, down, down. And since I started putting videos on my listing, if you guys have an eBay store and you just put photos up, put videos up. And if you guys missed it at the beginning of this video, I tried to do like just a brief explanation of all the steps you need to do to be able to put a video on eBay. And if you guys are here on YouTube, you guys already know half of what you need to do. And I've seen half of your guys' channels, so you guys, you know how to make videos. But an item with a video on it compared to an item that's just a photo, it'll sell so much faster. People, like I've been getting like thank you messages on eBay saying like thank you so much for the video it made. I've been looking for something just like this. This one has beautiful fields. Here, I'll move it over to the other side of Cello, see if we can get out of scratch land. Oh, we're half out of scratch land. And the second question is, how big is the black spot on the reverse? I definitely want to play, but then there's also the aspect that I know that, yay, it was just on top. I know that once I start playing, it will suck me in. And so I'm kind of, YouTube has been good. I definitely feel like I'm gaining a YouTube addiction, but it feels a little bit healthier because I'm interacting with people and sharing. And but yeah, this is like my rehab for video games. Do I miss them? Yes. Are there awesome games out there I want to play? Yes. Hey, Boy Ilongo, welcome. Good to have you here. Fill in the chat room with love there. Lots of love. So there definitely has been some toned ones in this roll, but they don't seem to be as bright. Like there was at least one coin in every other roll. There's still a couple coins left that the toning just, it was impressive enough that my camera could pick it up. And so that's been pretty cool. One thing I'm also thinking about doing in the end of the last couple videos, I've kind of zoomed in a little bit to like try to look for like a double die or something, or a DDR, because I feel like the main double dies are actually on the reverse for 1961 from what I've been reading. And it doesn't mean that there aren't more. It seems like the proofs were kind of highly overlooked for a long time, and people weren't looking for double dies on the proofs because there weren't any known. And now it seems like people are finding stuff, and so it's kind of like game on. Let's find ourselves some. And like if you watch Chuck at Copper Coins, like he's got some videos of going through proof rolls, and he's finding them, and you'll know what to look for afterwards. I should really spend a few hours studying up on every single date before I do a roll video like this, so that I can point. And I was saying this earlier in the week, and I think Super Silverman was saying yes, you should. This one is a little bit toned, but it almost seems like it's a little bit environmentally damaged too. You can see the fields are kind of darkened up a little bit. There's a little bit of spotting. It's almost kind of turning a red-brown color. Yeah, I really like how on YouTube is just so many knowledgeable people, and like, I mean, it's like everybody offers something different. You know, people can be doing the exact same thing, but different people bring different things to the table. Um, like, I don't think I've ever watched a YouTube channel and not learned something new. Not always what I was expecting, not always what I was looking for. Um, but it is very interesting, and it's good to know different things. It's good to not just have all your eggs in one basket. And with any topic, there kind of reaches a saturation point where you can no longer absorb any more information, and sometimes it's good to do something completely different and then go back to what you were doing and become saturated again. But that's one thing I guess I really like about YouTube is like I feel like like read tons of articles, like read books, you know, asked as many people questions as I could, found out all the knowledge I could, and just kind of felt like I was at a dead end for a while. And then people are able to like be like, oh yeah, check out Walter Breen's complete encyclopedia of U.S. and colonial coins, or check out the authoritative reference of Lincoln cents. You know, there's books out there where people have spent their entire lives dedicated to collecting the information, and it's funny, like a lot of the books that I bought, like they've doubled, tripled in value since I did. The like books are as collectible as the coins that they write about. Yeah, really great people. Like I think I woke up and had some coffee watching Jeeping John this morning, and he was talking about the W hunt for this year. If you guys are into the quarters, with the West Point quarters, like last year, he found so many West Points, and like it sounded like he was like wanting to like liquidate a bunch of the stuff he has so that he could put all of his capital towards searching. Um, I don't think I have seen anyone find more W quarters than him, and seemed like it was a pretty good year for him. I know I almost want to go and do some quarter searches. I keep seeing like brand new rolls of quarters at registers, and like, can I have one of those? And I'm like, I really shouldn't. I'm like, what could it hurt? Couldn't hurt, right? Some nice luster on this one. I think I really like the way the luster sometimes just has like little stars in it. What will the back look like? Looks pretty good. What's that scrapey scratch? Let's move this. Almost looked like there was a scratch. No, okay. See what I was looking at there? I'm like, oh wow, that coin's been mangled. But that's on the cello. This one looks good. I'm pretty sure those little tiny dots under the scrape are not there. Maybe a couple times, like maybe there's a little dot in the left field there. I'd say this is possibly the nicest looking one. It is also the last coin in the roll. No. I'm just starting to have fun here. Oh no, we can go up close a little bit. And we can see if I can get it to focus on the front, but I feel like my camera is not quite able to get close enough to really see, like, when you're like looking, I can get closer than that, but I feel like that I will get a shadow from my microscope, which I can turn on the light. But it's like you really want to be able to see the corners of things. It's all fuzzy. Alright, hold on, let me turn on my light. It's probably gonna make shadows. Is that too bright, guys? But it's like, yeah, you need to be able to like see like the edges of them to see if they're notched. It's like on the 9 there, it almost looks like there's like a little bit extra. And I'd say extra, normally I would say that is from a scratch, but it's in the Mint Cello and there doesn't seem to be a scratch on Lincoln, and there doesn't seem to be a scratch across the 6. This actually looks fairly decent. The glare could be a whole lot worse. And so this roll, like every other roll that I get, it's going to go up on eBay for right now. And then when I have about 1,000 of the date in the mint, hopefully every date in mint, I'm going to start, I feel like I will have enough experience looking at these to like really know what a good looking coin is for it. And then I'll do some submissions to PCGS and hopefully be able to start doing some mass submissions to PCGS in the future here. That is the goal. And I'll make videos of the coins I'm sending in, and then I will make videos crying of the low grades that I received back. And it'll be hilarious, guys. Absolutely hilarious. And so tomorrow will be Wednesday. I will have another roll. I think for the proofs, I think I have 1962 and a 1964 ready to go. And then I also got the business strike coins in. It's like a mixed 1959 to 1964. So this one has that same 9 on it. Maybe that's a fairly common thing. We've definitely seen this die. I'd say it's probably the same die as the last one that had it. So I have a mixed business strike, which is like 59 through 64, and I don't think that it's even dates. But you can see a little bit of the toning on this one when I'm zoomed in. That's kind of cool. Or oh, it's probably because of the LED lights. And here we have the notch on this 9. And since this is the 3rd time we've seen that, I'm going to assume that that is relatively common. So we're zoomed in a little bit farther here, and I don't know, that the Y here, I don't know if it's just my camera, but it looks like it's stretched out. Like it really does. What's the bong sound? I am not sure. I assure you, it wasn't me. Oh, I think I know what it is. I don't know how to make the sound like that. My microscope, or I'm sorry, my microphone, it has a spring attached to it. And my cords, I have basically my arms going around both sides of the microphone here. Wow, I fuzzed out over there. And so whenever I hit one of the cords, it ends up flying. I need to set things up a little bit better here. You guys can't quite see, but I'm kind of like turned, scrunched to the side. I just need to spend a day resetting up everything, making things a little bit easier, more ergonomic. So tomorrow I'll have another roll of proof coins. At some point I'm going to have to do a longer stream to be able to get through the 200 coins from that larger lot. I thought that they were all even dates, but it seems like they're all mixed. And so I could just do 4 videos of 50 coins. But I kind of like not going through the coins before I make the videos. It makes it fun for me. I don't know what I'm going to find. And at some point I need to start just, I mean, my desk is just covered with like maybes, like, is this a rare coin? I don't know. And so at some point I need to just go through everything. And I think I'm just going to make videos like this of going through the coins, and then just put them all in a package, and then just sell everything off. Like, I don't need to hoard coins that I'm not going to have graded. This one, the lettering just looks interesting on it. Maybe it's the Mint Cello here. I don't know, like that N there looks super thick. And it almost looks like it's got, like the E looks like a weird shape. Like the R, I don't know. Here, let's look at another R. It's just like, you see how it has like a little like hump? Maybe I'm just making stuff out of everything. Let's check out another one. No, I just need to know what these coins look like more. It'd be hilarious though if it was like an entire roll of like varieties, and it's like, oh no, these are all the same, it's not rare. And it's like, no, this came from a special collector set. So I think I'm gonna wrap up the stream. I really appreciate you guys all coming today. It's been a lot of fun. Let's see if I can zoom this out a little bit. So here you can actually see, like, it's like this, where is it pointed at? It's like this is a white cello, while this one, you know, kind of has more of like, that's actually not even as yellow as they get, like, right here. I don't know, some of them are kind of yellowed, some of them are white. But I should probably end the stream here. I think we've been going for over an hour. And I'll be back with probably a roll of 1962 proof coins tomorrow. I think that's the plan. And I've also got a couple short videos, just PCGS coin videos. They're usually only like 1 minute to 2 minutes long, and just go over different coins I've acquired over the week. And so I do have, I still have the 1953 proof 68 wheat cent. I'll be making a video of that this week. It arrived. I was going to do it this morning, but I opened up a different package by accident, and so I did a video of that one. It was only a 1937 D MS65 red brown. Big difference. And I also got a 1956 proof 67 cam, which will be my first high-grade wheat cent in Cameo. And so I will have an example which I can use as a tool to go over all of my other proof 67 coins and say, okay, does this one look like this one? Could this one be Cameo? Because that's still a skill I need to learn how to do. All right, thank you guys. Thank you. Or welcome, Silver Banky. I don't think I saw you earlier. I apologize. Nice to see you, John Avoof. Nice to see you, Les Likes Coins. Thank you for joining us, Edwin Vasquez. Who else is in here? I think a bunch of you guys have already left. But thank you, everyone. Thank you, She-Digs, for showing up. And let's see if I can... The mouse is too far away. Thank you, the Switch Warrior. Thank you, Boy Ilongo. Here it's the side of my head stream. And Super Silverman. Lyra Makeup and Tarot. Thank you all. Shannon McCord, thank you. I wish you guys a beautiful, beautiful day. Hope you guys find some beautiful coins, and I look forward to seeing your guys' videos. If you guys didn't already and you like the channel, I'm guessing you guys came because you like the channel, but hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I wish you guys a fantastic day. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I'll see you guys on your streams. All right, bye for now.